Bit closer. We're live. Folks, Lester and Jamie here. And I want to first of all say that we are not looking to create a panic. We're not trying to spread fear or worry, but we are trying to be cautious. And we only feel like we know a little bit about what we're talking about because we have lived through a number of horrific river floods. And I think that we are about to experience another one. Now, I will say real fast that Longhorn Lesters and the J&L are fine. There's
Correct.
no fear of flooding here whatsoever. Our focus is only on the Plum Grove property, Morrow Hill, and all of Morrow Hill. I want to show you a graphic, and I'm going to ask you to please just hold your questions off for a minute. And we're not going to have a lot of time because we're actually we're in the process of doing some things right now. So please allow me to show you a graphic, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. So I want to show you real fast. This is some stuff off of the National Weather Forecast, and this is focused on the San Jacinto River, the East Fork, which is in fact the river that goes right behind the Morrow Hill property. It's less than a mile off of the Morrow Hill property. And it shows us that a major flood stage is at 69 foot. When that river will crest at 69 feet, that is in fact what they consider major flood stage. I'm going to move to a different graphic and show you something that shows us that the flooding from the recent rains that we've gotten is going to crest our river. It's going to crest tonight
or tomorrow
morning at 4 a.m. at 71.9 feet. So the river will crest at 4 a.m. at 71.9 feet. Now, this is the exact same graphic that I used, me and Stephanie, back during Hurricane Harvey flooding, when we knew that we were going to flood. We knew we were going to flood based on the exact same website, the exact same type of graphic that showed us how high Hurricane Harvey was going to get. So we went into action. However, we were too late to do a whole lot. We got a lot of things moved up to higher ground, tractors and equipment. It wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So in saying so, we're trying to be very, very proactive today and take things more serious than what we did then. There's a second graphic I want to show you. Well, we don't even have to show you, but let me just give you some numbers. Jamie, actually, I'll try to show them. What I'm going to have to do, can you send me those numbers? I'm going to show you one last thing. Now, I know people are jumping in late. You're concerned. You're worried. You don't know what's going on.
I'm going to send you this because it's a video that here.
And what I'm going to ask you to do is not to panic. I don't want you to panic. What is this?
It's what I just took a video of. So it shows the crest, but then about 10 seconds in, it shows the what you're talking about, the historic numbers, correct?
Okay, I'm looking for historic numbers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm trying to keep you all informed of what's going on. Is that it right there?
It's a video.
So so what happened is you've squeezed it. Just send me only the historic crest in a video form. So give me one moment, friends. I'm going to reiterate what I've already said for those who are just joining, that we have sprung into action. We've employed Uriel to help us out. We're going to start moving some animals around, and I'm going to show you and explain to you why we're doing that. Now, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to say that you're jumping the gun. Even family members could possibly say the same thing. We're overreacting. Jamie, if it's not a video, it's not going to work. Video. Is that it right there?
Yeah.
Okay. Jamie did it right, and I did it wrong.
It's blurred, but it'll get better. It'll get better. Just give it a second here.
Y'all.
Well, that's terrible.
Babe, can you just give me a screenshot? You can just do a screenshot and then make it to a CapCut video. Friends, excuse us. We're in a mad dash to get things going here. Now, I want to reiterate again that Longhorn Lesters is not in any danger of flooding, not our animal pastures, none whatsoever. Neither is the J&L. So the longhorns and all of the animals here are completely fine. There's no worries whatsoever. We have been, and we've let everybody know on Morrow Hill that we
Do it
have
on your
pastures. We have on my phone. Why not to here?
Because it's not a video.
Okay, so it has to be a video.
Okay.
Friends,
Give
I'm
me-
so sorry. You know how to do a cap cut?
Yeah, but the lighting is bad.
So I'm going to start all the way over. We have a decent audience now, so no one should be coming in late. Don't stop asking so many questions. Let me address what I've already tried to address. Flooding is imminent. There's an imminent threat of flooding. Now, how severe will that flooding be is still a little wishy-washy. But there's a graphic that we use. This is the same graphic that we have used for as many years as has been available. And it's telling us that the San Jacinto River is going to crest tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. And it's going to crest at 71.9 feet. Okay, so you might be saying, so what does that really mean for you guys? What does it mean for everybody? Well, we know that 69 feet is major flood stage, and we're looking at a crest of 71 feet. So we're going to be well in the major flood stage, okay? And that still may not be enough to understand. What I'm going to show you right over here is a different graphic, if it'll load, and it might explain things a little bit easier. I hope this
That's
is
not it. You gotta go to 250. There.
which one?
That top one. There.
Where?
The top one, right where you're at.
Right there?
Yes.
So
You're still on the wrong one.
I'm not trying to load that. I'm trying to go to my present here.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with video file. And which one is it?
8223.
Right here?
Yeah.
All right, friends, we're still trying to get this taken care of. So this is not the this is not the best graphic out there. Okay. I'm so sorry. But what I want to show you are the historic crest. And I know you probably can't read that because I can barely read it. But the 81 foot was Hurricane Harvey. And we all know what happened during Hurricane Harvey. So even though Hurricane Harvey crest was 10 foot above what we're looking at right now, don't forget, Hurricane Harvey is what wiped out and devastated all of Plum Grove. It was a cataclysmic event that devastated all of Plum Grove. So we're not looking at Hurricane Harvey levels, but we're looking at levels that are higher or as high as other floods that have covered Morrow Hill. And so if the projections are accurate, Morrow Hill will be covered in water come tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. So we've let everybody know what we've discovered. And I will say the reactions are different. Everyone's reacting to it differently. Some are not concerned. Some are concerned. So all we're doing is what we can, and we're going to help out where we can. Like I said, we've employed Uriel to help us move animals. He can drive one of the trucks. Ellie can drive a truck. Jamie can drive a truck. I got a truck. We got trailers, and we're going to Plum Grove now to start loading up animals. Anybody who wants to send their animals with us is more than welcome to. Now, this is the difficult part because I understand that a lot of people are going to say, well, wait a minute. Your hill was covered twice with only minimal damage. So why would you go through all of that trouble to load up and move animals if in fact it's only going to be a minimal flooding? And I understand that. And there are many who will say we're not going to move our animals because it's only going to be minimal. But that's everyone's prerogative. But we want you all to know what we're doing, the steps that we're taking, and what we offer to the entirety of the hill in pastures that are safe. Help.
But hold on. So there's a caveat to this that isn't into consideration. Can you go back to the graph that shows the 71.9? So we are expecting a significant more amount of rain over the next 4 days, and actually 5 days. This does not incorporate the rain that will happen at Morrow Hill or up north.
Yeah, so the graphic you're seeing here is what we're expecting now, even though it's not raining. The river is going to crest at 71.9 based on what we received already.
However, there is more rain coming tomorrow night, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in the term of inches, not just sprinkles, inches. And I have to make a call out that the last 3 major storms where we've gotten a significant amount of rain here called for 1 inch. And we got 9 3 days ago.
The scary thing is any rains that come down, once the river's at capacity, they have nowhere to drain to.
Correct.
All of the creeks run to the river. But if the river's full, your creeks can't drain. So all of your ditches, all of your creeks have nowhere to go except they begin to cross over your pastures. So if you're saying, why are you still sitting on your ass to move? We're waiting. We're waiting on trailers. We're waiting on people to get home from work. We're waiting on anybody. So we are planning this. Jamie's had to call and cancel her mom's visit.
Oh, I got emotional when I told her to. Because I don't get to, yes, because I don't get to see her, but because I had to explain why. Because I know her hopes were up as well, and she wanted to be able to come help. But in reality, this is kind of an all hands on deck scenario for what's here, and that we need both RVs in case the family needs to come stay as well. And I'm not saying that anybody's making that decision, but we needed to have those open in case they do.
Well, I learned the hard way with Hurricane Harvey. And so I am always more proactive these days. And so I'm not going to tell anyone what to do. I'm only offering suggestions or an outlet if they need the help or they need a location. Hurricane Harvey was very different because no one knew what to expect. This was all very new to us. There were a lot of factors that went into all of that with the Hurricane Harvey flooding. And then it's so hard because on today, for example, it's a beautiful day outside, not a cloud in the sky.
And you can't see the river from behind the house right now. So everybody's saying, no one is in belief that this is going to rise this fast and going to have this impact. And we feel like it would be irresponsible for us not to notify them and not to be proactive on our end, because we do have a place for animals to go and don't want to put anybody in harm's way for having to risk human lives trying to rescue animals if it does rise like we think it will. We know it will. But if it gets worse than even planned is really where all of the ifs are built into this. And then the final thing that I'll say is the neighborhood across the street was not established during Harvey. The neighborhood across the street wasn't even fully developed during Imelda. I lived through Imelda with you and know how fast that water came up and know where it went. And also just aren't sure of how much rain is really going to come.
No one understands how fast water can rise until you're sitting there 1 minute and it's not there. The next minute it is. And then the next minute it's inside your home. And like I said, I would rather err on the side of caution. It may be a lot of work. It may be a lot of grabbing and pulling animals into trailers and moving them and whatnot, not only to move them over, but then in a few days, move them all back. And those who don't may laugh at all the work that we had to go through. But we'd rather be safe than sorry. So I'm a Gene, Donkey Dan, the goats, whatever else we can catch and gather up, then we will be bringing over today. Ellie and Megan are in full. Ellie was obviously experienced Hurricane Harvey. He knows what to expect. He understands the numbers and the graphic. And so we are getting started in the next few minutes of doing all of that. What did I forget?
I saw the one thing I just want to call out there. There is the neighborhood beyond us here is under a mandatory evacuation order that does not impact Longhorn Lester's, because it's not just one river. There's multiple rivers here in Texas, and there are multiple people that are being impacted by this. But I saw that people were reaching out to the fire department and other things about us, asking if we need to evacuate. And
guys, don't worry. Longhorn Lester's is fine.
Yes.
We are so high and dry here. We are not concerned at all.
Correct.
0% concern. The JNL, no concerns whatsoever. We are only worried about Morrow Hill, and that is our focus today. So we're going to get out of here. We're got a very busy day ahead of us. I don't know if Jamie will have time for a timeout Tuesday. I'm hoping that she'll be back in time by then. and she can talk more about it. But anything else you need, we will be back with you in the next few hours to tell you what's going on. And like I said, Ellie and Megan are on board, and we're going to be in full mode. Better safe than sorry is the way we look at it. All right, we're going to let you guys go now. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your prayers. And we will get back with you.
Bye, y'all.
Okay.